What are 5 great Pokemon alt arts that you can pick up right now for under $50? Well, we're gonna find out right now. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at some more alt arts, but this time not the most expensive crazy ones. We're actually be looking at ones that you can get for under $50. Now, I do feel like these are fantastic alt arts that have huge potential for long term, and it's just awesome to have in your collection. You know, full stop, in my opinion. These cards are pretty amazing. We will be looking at the Sword and Shield era. It means we're coming to the end now of Sword and Shield era with Scarlet and Violet around the corner. I think it'd be quite nice to see what great alt arts that you could pick up for your collection for under $50, because we know that there are some alt arts that are ridiculously expensive, but there's some hidden gems that are, you know, in the lower price bracket. Let's go and find out what they are. Coming number 5, we have the Mewtwo V alt art from Pokemon Go. Now, Pokemon Go was a set which, you know, wasn't the greatest, let's be honest. When it came out, this was the chase card. You know, people wanted to pull this Mewtwo from Pokemon Go, and I have to admit, it is really cool card. It is really nice, but the pull rates are quite easy for this card. It's not the toughest card to pull in Pokemon Go. The rainbows seem to be a little bit harder, and the value of this has been falling. We're looking at $25. We look over the last 3 months, it's dropped from 30 down to, you know, 24, 25. We go back 6 months, we've seen it go from 37 down to where it is now. We go back a year, so it hasn't been that whole year, but since its release, yeah, we're looking at around $70, now at around 25. It has dropped a considerable amount, so now's a really good time to pick it up. If you don't have it in your collection, I would highly suggest picking up this Mewtwo. It is a really nice card. I've been very lucky, managed to pull 3 of these myself. Never pulled the rainbow, but the Mewtwo, apparently it just keeps appearing. But this card is a really nice card for any collection and for any Mewtwo lovers. Next up, we have the Alphabet Soup. That is the Unknown V alt art from Silver Tempest. This is a pretty cool artwork, I have to admit. This is a pretty cool artwork. I do like this. It is crazy. It's the Alphabet Soup, right? But no, this is from Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest is quite easy still to get hold of. You know, it's kind of the most recent set, you know, main set before Crown Zenith. Booster boxes are getting a little bit more expensive. It can do with a reprint, to be honest, but this card is tough to pull. Sitting at around $40 right now. It has been dropping. We look back 3 months, it was at $52. We go back 6 months and it has just fallen from grace, you know, from when it first came out. Lugia is the most expensive card in the set. This is the second most expensive. Second most expensive, only $40, is not the greatest. The set heavily lies on that Lugia. Now's a great time to pick up a card like the Unknown V Alphabet Soup alt art. Like I say, tough to pull, great time to get it. Silver Tempest, you could try and pull it, of course, but for $40, I mean, it's a great time to pick it up. Next, we have the Origin Form Dialga V. Now, this is from Astral Radiance. This was the most expensive card from Astral Radiance. It's not anymore. The Machamp overtook it quite a bit. You know, Machamp's over $100. This is sitting just shy of $50. Has been dropping, so now's a really good time to pick up this card. I love this artwork. It's simple, it's colorful, it looks amazing. $50 is not bad. You know, 3 months ago, look at 56. It's been slowly declining over time. It did have a high of around 57 6 months ago, but it has dropped. We go back a year since it came out, $80, and now it started to, you know, kind of level out at around $50, just under $50. I do feel like this is a good card to pick up. I don't have one yet. I really want one for my collection because it is actually my chase card from Astral Radiance. And now it's cheap. I can, you know, I feel quite happy just going to pick one up, you know, maybe for 40 to 50 pounds. I have been seeing this sell on eBay over here for around 40 pounds. I might have to go and pick one up. Obviously, quality, you know, all dependent. I might pay a little bit more for a better quality, because eventually I will send off to get graded. But, you know, Astral Radiance is still an easy set to get hold of. Not exactly expensive. All rates are pretty decent, actually. But to try and get this Dialga is quite tricky. Coming number 2, just missing out on the number 1 spot right now, is the Mew V alternate art from Fusion Strike. Now, Fusion Strike is getting more expensive, as we know. It's getting a little bit harder to get hold of, but, you know, there's still some product out there. You can crack it. Tough pulls, tough pull rates, massive set. You know, the alt arts aren't that easy to get. I mean, we've opened up a lot of Fusion Strike on the channel. We've never pulled this one. I think we've only ever pulled like 1 alt art, and that was a Greedent. The Mew's a big fan favorite Pokemon. This is a fantastic artwork, because it features Mew and a bunch of other Pokemon with it. I really rate it, and we're looking at $41 right now. And as you can see from the chart, it has dropped quite a bit recently. So it was sitting at around 47 and it has dropped. We go back 6 months, this card actually was even cheaper. This card was at 38, then it had a bit of a spike, and that might have been due to people talking about, you know, Fusion Strike being out of stock. You know, it's getting a little bit harder to get hold of. You can't back order anymore. So that might be it, and it's dying off slightly. We go back a whole year. This card has been going all over the show, really. It's been pretty stable at around that $40 mark. Would have been a few months back, would have been a great time to pick that up for around 38, but still for around $40, that's pretty good. The Gengar and the Espeon and the other Mew are very, very expensive, the Mew VMAX. But this is still pretty good to pick up for around $40. I think it's a pretty good bargain. Alright guys, you made this fun to the video and you've enjoyed it. Make sure to smash that like button and make sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content. And let me know guys down in the comments, which one of these do you have in your collection? Do you have all of them? Do you want any of these? Personally, I need to get that Dialga. I really do need to get that Dialga. I've been holding off for the longest time. I don't really open up Astral Radiance anymore. So I might feel like I just want to pick up that Dialga. It's quite cheap, you know, like I say, about £40 or so. It does sell over here in the UK, so I might just, you know, splash some cash and pick myself up, treat myself, you know, to the Dialga. Got the Mewtwo. I got two of them graded. One was a PSA 9, one was a PSA 10. The PSA 10 is definitely staying in my collection, and I'll probably sell off the PSA 9. But all the rest, really, really cool. You know, I do like them. The Alphabet Suit we have pulled, but we've never pulled the Mew. That's the one that we haven't yet pulled. But what is number one? Well, it's from a fantastic set. Number one, we have the Arceus V alternate artwork. Now, this is actually a really interesting one. Brilliant Stars is a brilliant set. No pun intended. It is getting expensive. Brilliant Stars is, you know, in my opinion, probably the second best Sword and Shield era set. You have the two big Charizards. This is the third biggest card in the set. Arceus, fan favorite. People love Arceus. The artwork is absolutely stunning. I managed to pull this myself. I got it graded. Managed to get it back in a PSA 10. Really happy with that. And you can pick it up right now for $42, which is actually cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was, to be fair, more than that. I thought we were looking at maybe $60, $70. So we go back 6 months. And this card has stayed actually around 40. And I didn't really know that. We go back a year, it has dropped, okay? So we go back a year, it was around 75. And it's been sat around that $40 mark for the longest time. I expect this card to start upticking once Brilliant Stars comes out of print, because it's going to get harder and harder to get. The pull rates from Brilliant Stars are good. The booster packs are getting more expensive. And it is an alt art, so it is tough to get. It's not exactly easy. One of the reasons why it holds its value. But I do feel like this will slowly uptick throughout the rest of 2023 and definitely into 2024 and beyond, because when Brilliant Stars goes out, we'll start to see a lot of the cards go up in value over time once it goes out of print. So I do feel like the Arceus is a really good one to pick up for your collection, because it's amazing. And yeah, it's Arceus. So there you have it guys. Those are 5 great alternate arts that you can pick up for less than $50, and I do think they're really, really cool. I really like the Arceus. I'm really glad to have that in a PSA 10. I have the Mewtwo in a PSA 10, but not all alt arts are super expensive. There are actually some, in my opinion, really nice looking alt arts that you can pick up for less than $20, and I'll cover a video on them in the future. But this is really, really good. I do feel like these 5 cards are great, and there are a ton of other cards that kind of missed out on this list. You know, I'll do an updated video down the line with maybe 5 more that I think are really good to pick up for your collection for around $50. You know, not all the best cards are the most expensive cards, and I think these are some real good cards, and some of them are, you know, a little bit of a hidden gem right there. But if you want to know what the most expensive alt arts right now are, then make sure to click on this video right here. And if you want to watch more Pokemon content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Anyway guys, that is it from me in this video. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you all in the next one.